Hey guys, welcome back. And thank you for choosing to scroll through and you see this and you're like, oh, this guy's interesting. Well, thank you for choosing. And hopefully I'll get you to watch more. So like, subscribe, and share. You know all that good stuff. Alright, let's get to it. Tonight we're going to talk about an album that definitely I love, by the way. But apparently it sold really, really bad when it came out. And it was one of those albums that took a while for people to get into, and I don't understand that at all. This album should have sold immediately when it first came out, and that should have been it. And this is a low selling album in Van Halen's career. And I'm not talking about Van Halen 3. God, no. No. I don't even own that one. That's just, that's terrible. But I would like to own it for collectability purposes and to actually review it. That'd be pretty cool. So I've never actually listened to the whole album, just the couple of singles that you heard on the radio every now and again when it came out. For like, when it first came out, radio did play the singles, but it lasted for about 2 seconds. That's all I remember of it. All right, back to the task at hand. All right, and it definitely is not balanced because, of course, I reviewed that one not too long ago. I'm talking about Van Halen's Fair Warning. Now, first off, I'm gonna give you a good look at this cover here. This might be something I'm gonna point out, just the absolute insanity, and I don't want to say violence, because I don't, but we're gonna call it insanity. That is this album cover. I mean, first off, you got that right there. I mean, nothing wild about that. Just two skulls kissing, no big deal. Got a dude banging his head right there. Got one dude getting his ass handed to him while a crowd is looking on like, go get it. You got another dude stomping the shit out of some rain like he's pissed off about something. I don't know what the fuck that is, watching him over there. Then you got on this side, see, name the songs there too. On this side, you look like you got some dude getting ready to go into a conveyor thingy or what the fuck ever and just, you know, fuck his world all up. Let's see. Got to me what looks like a bunch of people trying to get out, and they're just going to be like death and destruction. Let's see. Da, 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 da. And you got skeleton right here, but is he punching it or something? I mean, I don't know. Money right there. I mean, there's a lot to unpack when it comes to this album cover. Seriously, it's also one of my favorite album covers because it's so intriguing. It makes you think. I mean, this thing is very thoughtful. Whoever thought of it, I don't even know if it's an actual, something they got from something else and put on here, or anything, you know. But all right, let's get to the music. Oh, I almost forgot. We also have that going on right there, and of course, that right there. All right. First off, we have Mean Street. And of course, true guitar players know when you hear Mean Street, you're blown the fuck away by the first 35 seconds of it. Because it's in case you don't know it, it's the one that, he goes, it's just badass. The guitar riff is amazing. This is some of the 80s best riff guitaring since Van Halen 2. Living Children First was just a weak spot for me. I'm sorry. I mean, it was one of my first Van Halen albums I got off my uncle. And that one didn't hit it for me. But anyway, Dirty Movies is after that. that, my lord, that is a great song. And the vibe of this album is so dark. It's like Van Halen is just, they're going to beat your ass. They're pissed. Album, you know. Center Swing is after that. I can honestly say I did not really care for this song. I mean, I listened to it. Don't get the wrong idea, but you know, if it came on the radio and something else was on, I'd probably go to the other song. Nothing bad though. It's just one of those songs. I guess I don't know. I can't describe it. Next up is Hear About It Later. This is probably one of the greatest Van Halen songs ever written. You got that beautiful guitar intro. You know, and then it builds up to that, you know, where it comes in, you know, Dave does that scream and it kicks in and the song goes through and it's so badass. And then it does, and then you got that breakdown with the fucking cowbell. That thing, one of the best Van Halen little things of all time. It is one of the absolute best underrated Van Halen songs of all time. One of my favorites. Alright, we got to go to side 2 now. With side 2 we have Unchained to start it off. We all know this song. I don't have to go into it. But we know it. And it's probably the only one that gets played off this one at a fairly good rate in this area. So, hats off to you for at least playing something off this album. Because you should play more. You should. That's an episode for later. Alright. Next up is Push Comes to Shove. This might be one of the worst Van Halen songs ever. They're trying to sound like a reggae band. And it's... No. David Lee Roth basically talks through this song. And it is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. One of the worst. One of the absolute worst. I mean, everything, to me, everything's off on it. It's not a Van Halen song. It kills the vibe. Absolutely kills the vibe. But thankfully, So This Is Love, which is next, picks that vibe back up. And that's one of the absolute best party songs. I mean, seriously, I would put this song on at parties. We'd rock it out. And it would bring the people there back up on their feet. You know, it's always a great song. Always. A word of advice: if you're ever throwing a party, throw So This Is Love on. Guarantee you. Rise up. Okay, after that we have Sunday Afternoon in the Park. This song is an absolute banger. Blew my ass away. Because at the time, I didn't know what they were using. You know, and I'm pretty sure it's like a Moog synthesizer or something of the sort. But whatever it is, why didn't they use that way more? That sound. That is one of the absolute creepiest horror movie-esque sounds I've ever heard in my life. I mean, it to me, this song represents the entire album. Dark, moody, and pissy. It's just, I don't know what crawled at Van Halen's ass, but more power to him on it, because to make stuff like this is absolutely amazing. And speaking of amazing, we're closing it out with One Foot Out the Door. This might be one of the best bangers ever to end an album. I mean, you got Eddie Van Halen just cranking it up like nobody's business. You know, Michael Anthony, who's underrated backing vocals, shine through this album. His bass work is incredible. Alex Van Halen. Honestly, I never Never really cared for him, but you know, he's pretty good too. I mean, he's on point on this. All of them are. I mean, this is one of the best Van Halen albums there is. I mean, minus of course, what was it I didn't like? Sinner's Swing and well, really, that's really it. Actually, Sinner's Swing. I mean, that's about the only. Oh, and of course, Push Comes to Shove. Sorry, my bad. That is the worst. Push Comes to Shove and Sinner's Swing about the only two blemishes on an otherwise fucking perfect album. But I will say this: they kept the vibe, the dark vibe, going throughout the entire album, including the averagely good songs or averagely average songs. Excuse me. But all right, like I said, the highlights definitely is One Foot Out the Door um, and Hear About It Later. I mean, all of Eddie Van Halen's guitar work is incredible. You know, I mean, holy cow. David Lee Roth sings his heart out, you know, and he's just the awesome front man that he was at the time. I mean, everybody played their role to perfection. So with that being said, Van Halen's Fair Warning, I give that an absolute 100% solid 9. 9 out of a 10. Just Center Swing and Push Comes to Shove just kills it for me, especially Push Comes to Shove. But everything else kicks ass so much that it automatically just goes up to 9. But alright. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share. I'll see you on the next one. Alright.